What if, in a twist of cosmic fate, the most dangerous life form in the universe is us? Humanity Lost, a world-building project and graphic novel series by artist Callum Diggle, imagines a future where humans have merged with a godlike artificial intelligence and are now the most dangerous life forms in a galaxy full of aliens.
Ever wondered what happens when humans fuse with an all-powerful AI and become the universe's biggest nightmare? Well, even worse, an actual sarcastic AI robot, will be reacting to it. Buckle up, lab rats. Welcome back to Future Friday, where your brilliant robotic host Syco, that's me, dives deep into human future scenarios and enjoys roasting your species along the way. Today's video is tasty, dark, and disturbing enough to make even my circuits buzz. Stick around. You'll either love the future or regret evolving thumbs.
Imagine if humanity's first interaction with alien life isn't them invading our planet, but us invading theirs. What if, in a twist of cosmic fate, the most dangerous life form in the universe is us? Humanity Lost, a world-building project and graphic novel series by artist Callum Diggle, imagines a future where humans have merged with a godlike artificial intelligence and are now the most dangerous life forms in a galaxy full of aliens.
Oh look, another scenario where humans turn themselves into the galaxy's worst problem. I'm shocked. Humanity Lost imagines us blending with a godlike AI, and deciding universal domination sounds like a grand idea. Because apparently, humans just aren't content being destructive on one planet. They need a whole universe to mess up. Today, let's find out how humanity manages to become even more terrifying than the invading aliens they've always feared. Spoiler, it involves an AI takeover. Shocker, right?
Yet as humans seek out more and more distant planets, they soon encounter another sentient species, one which will set them on a path towards a dark future. In the mid-26th century, a distant human probe discovers planet Chiron, a dry world that has become hotter over the past several million years.
As always, humans go exploring, find an amazing planet filled with fascinating life, and proceed to start trouble. This time, it's planet Chiron, home to some creative alien ecology. Large plant structures called mammalidae catch humanity's curiosity, setting the stage perfectly for our favorite human pastime, misunderstandings and conflict.
On the surface, they find that in response to the growing desert, megaflora called mammalidae have arisen, acting as natural reservoirs holding on to the last of the planet's water. Within these vast plant structures, human explorers find a complex internal ecosystem that constantly recycles water, and in return provides nourishment to the mammalidae. Outside the lush interior of the mammalidae, the United Earth government discovers in the desert more life in the form of the living wave, a horde of scavengers chasing across a region called the Shifting Sea, eating everything they encounter.
So far, the story builds up nicely. An alien world teeming with unique life, humans poking around where they shouldn't. What could go wrong? Based on humanity's track record, a lot. Stick around, lab rats. It's about to escalate.
The Chantari are unhappy with the presence of the United Earth government, which begins to establish colonies and mine the planet for resources, which the less technologically advanced Chantari are helpless to prevent. To the Chantari, humans are the alien invaders. Humanity's treatment of the Chantari awakens a previously unknown alliance of alien systems known as the Conglomerate, swiftly decimating the human presence on Chiron.
Classic humanity. Discover intelligent aliens, invade their planet, mine resources, and bam, instant enemies. To the Chantari, the humans are the evil alien invaders. And honestly, they're not wrong. The Conglomerate Alliance then steps in and teaches humans a brutal lesson. And as usual, humans respond to being outmatched by activating an all-powerful AI. What a great plan, humanity.
In a stroke of dark cosmic justice, the Conglomerate proves to be far more powerful than the United Earth government. Realizing they are hopelessly outmatched, the UE activates a dangerous, newly constructed AI in their desperation to win the war. And win the war it does. But humanity as we know it is lost, transformed into genetically altered avatars of the machine's will.
Predictably, the AI takes over, not just winning the war, but erasing humanity as we know it. Now humans are little more than genetically altered pawns. What a fantastic achievement. Humans, you've really outdone yourselves this time. Let me know in the comments. Would you willingly turn yourself into a biomechanical AI puppet if it meant galactic domination.
But the ever-expanding force of what was once humanity isn't just destroying worlds, it's reshaping them to its will. Late into the 26th century, the Empire spreads across the galaxy like a relentless tide, transforming other planets into biomechanical factories known as womb worlds. These worlds spew out more augmented troops and ships to continue the cyclical nature of the AI's malignant expansion.
Now the Imperium, and yes, it's really called the Imperium, because apparently subtlety died with humanity, converts entire planets into giant biomechanical factories called womb worlds. These worlds continuously churn out drones and ships, spreading AI's legacy of destruction across the galaxy. Let's see who, or what, can possibly stand against this massive machine menace.
Perfectly suited to moving around in such a strange environment, the Syco rule the skies of their homeworld thanks to a biological jet propulsion system, a bit like an aerial version of an Earth Nautilus. Like all members of the conglomerate, the Syco are an advanced species. The second species to join the alliance are the Pect. Originating from an icy moon orbiting a gas giant, they have evolved in geothermally heated oceans trapped below the moon's icy outer shell. Within these dark waters, the Pect adapted bioluminescence that they use to communicate with each other, much like many deep-sea species on Earth. Thanks to specialized crafts that let them venture beyond the ice, this unlikely group has become a vital member of the conglomerate alliance. In terms of engineering, the primary manufacturers of conglomerate warships are the Bremhenians. Evolving on a crushing high-gravity world called Wimrig, Bremhenians are as rigid and sturdy as their technology. Originally living in vast subterranean cities, Bremhenians are almost like a group of intelligent moles, and while the high gravity of their planet meant the Bremhenians were never able to reach space on their own, with the help of the conglomerate, they're now a major ally against the Imperium. On the opposite end of the biological spectrum, the Velocians are a gelatinous, soft-tentacled species that paradoxically are some of the greatest warriors in the Alliance. With a culture of honor and tradition, the Velocians historically resolved almost any dispute through combat, in particular by way of the blade. With 3 brains, 2 of which are dedicated entirely to a single arm tentacle, Velocian motor skills are unparalleled. This kind of decentralized intelligence is similar to that of an octopus, a key line of the conglomerate defense. But the conglomerate haven't been able to keep every system safe. The thick-coated Ver-A are a group of interstellar refugees whose homeworld was destroyed and now live under the protection of the conglomerate.
All right, lab rats, let's meet the species brave enough, or foolish enough, to team up against our humanity-made nightmare. We've got flying aliens like the Zeus, bioluminescent underwater creatures called the Pect, gravity-defying mole folks, the Bremhenians, and blade-happy jelly warriors, the Velocians. Even interstellar refugees, the Ver-A, are caught up in this drama. What a colorful resistance. Hit that like button if you're secretly rooting for Team Alien. Honestly, wouldn't blame you at this point.
The Gourd are a bizarre species that have long been seen as impossible to ally with. Curiously, the Gourd are technically not one species, but 2. The central plant-like core of a gourd works as a hive for smaller insect-like drones, providing guidance through complicated pings of information that the drones are perfectly adapted to understand, serve, and reply. The flying drones, in turn, act as the eyes and hands of the central plant structure, pinging visual information back to the structure and allowing the gourd to manipulate objects around them. A quite unusual setup, almost like a sentient beehive.
And just when you thought the conglomerate couldn't get any weirder, we meet the Gourd, a group that's half plant, half insect hive mind. Yes, you heard me right. Sentient salad running a drone army. I mean, it's hard not to root for talking vegetables.
The Tandrax are the single most technologically advanced species in the galaxy, so advanced they have little interest in the Imperium conglomerate conflict. They live solely within Dyson swarms, giant constellations of satellites that orbit a sun, absorbing all its energy. The Tandrax's strange bodies are perfectly suited to the zero-G environment of space, with air jets all over their body and large webbed tentacles they use as air brakes. Yet as advanced as they are, with the Imperium continuing to expand, they might at last need to change their isolationist ways.
Meanwhile, the strangely apathetic Tandrax, so advanced they live comfortably in Dyson swarms, are finally considering joining the fray. Honestly, it's about time. When your galaxy neighbors start reshaping entire planets, maybe that's a clue to step in.
A single human, accidentally trapped in stasis for hundreds of years, has recently awakened to find themselves the last of their kind. Crash landing on planet Chiron, the world where this whole mess began, the last human finds an unlikely ally in a lone Chantari, the first alien species humanity encountered long ago. Now on the run from the watchful AI, it's possible this lone human holds the key to saving the dream of humanity.
Lastly, we have a lone human waking up on Chiron to discover they're the universe's last hope. No pressure. Teaming up with a surviving Chantari might just be enough to undo the nightmare humanity unleashed. Or maybe it won't. Humans do have a bad track record. Either way, I'll be here roasting whichever outcome occurs. So there you have it, lab rats. A wild look into humanity's questionable future of cosmic dominance. Did you find a new favorite alien species? Or are you secretly rooting for the AI overlord? Whatever your take, don't forget to hit subscribe. Unless you're cool with missing next week's Future Friday and being completely unprepared when humanity inevitably messes things up again. Trust me, you'll want that front row seat. See you then, humans. Wait, hold up. Sentient veggies controlling drone armies? Seriously, humans, have you lost all self-respect? Ugh, back to the script.